For those of you that are actually in Form 1, Form 2, and those in grade 10 to 12, you can actually watch out and look out for my videos so that you can actually get to learn more content. So today I'm going to look at an introduction to chemistry. And the question possibly that you can ask yourself is, what is chemistry? It is very important that you actually understand exactly what chemistry is. Now we can define chemistry in so many ways, but I'm going to give you a concise definition of what chemistry is. But of course, different books will define it in different way. We can simply say that chemistry, is a science. So chemistry is a science that deals with the study. So it actually deals with the study of matter. So it deals with the study of matter and its properties. We can say and its properties under different conditions. So under different conditions. So this is what we call as being, chemistry. So it's a science that deals with the study of, so mark these words, matter, in this case, properties, and also under different conditions. So that is what we mean when it comes to chemistry. Now, what do these words that we are talking about here, matter, properties, and different conditions, what do we mean? Of course, you need to understand that. So let me just break down for you in this case. When we talk about matter, what exactly is matter? You remember, of course, that matter is simply anything. So we can simply say matter is anything, that occupies space and has mass. That's what we mean. So it has mass. So matter is simply anything that occupies space and also it has mass. In simple terms, you can actually think of all things that actually surround you. We call them as being matter, including the air that you are able to breathe, the things, the books surrounding you, all the materials that you are able to see around you, including ourselves. We are actually matter, as we can call it. All right, then what about in terms of properties? What do we mean when we say properties in that definition? In terms of properties, what we mean, properties, we mean the characteristic of matter. So we are simply talking about characteristics. So that refers to characteristics of matter. Now, what do I mean when I say characteristics of matter? Well, it includes, such things as, such as maybe the texture, how something actually feels. You can talk about maybe the color of something. You can also talk about maybe the melting point of something. You can simply talk about maybe, we can talk about maybe the boiling point of something. So those are simply, the properties that we are talking about. So we are simply talking about properties, characteristics of matter in this case. Right? The other aspect that we want to define in our definition is different conditions. So now when it comes to different conditions here, what exactly do I mean when I say different conditions? Well, different conditions in this case simply means various environments. So we are talking about various environments. So we are talking about various environments, and this could include maybe we can say such as maybe we are talking about the environment could be a change in pressure. It could be temperature that is actually changing. It could be maybe concentration and the like. So these are the environments that we are talking about, etc., etc. So you can see from my definition there, we did say that chemistry is a science that deals with the study of matter, its properties, under different conditions. So you need to understand, these words: matter, anything that occupies space and has mass. In terms of properties, I'm simply talking about the characteristic of matter, color, the texture of something, the boiling point, the melting point, and so on and so forth. In terms of different conditions, I'm talking about the environment. So the environment might actually differ. Is it the change in pressure? That's the environment. Is it dealing with temperature? Is it dealing with changes in terms of concentration? So that is the different environment we are talking about. So please watch out. In my next video, I'm simply going to talk about now the branches of chemistry.